It's up to you, babe. John's putting my minstrel together, guys. He just asked me if I wanted him to stop. But of course I don't. How are you guys? I'm gonna knit today. Who's ready? Hello, Deborah. How are you? Hello, Elizabeth and Kai. How are you guys? And Kathy. And Kathy again. And Katie and Karen. My goodness. How is everybody? It's like really crappy weather here. It's even spitting snow just a little bit. Lori and Tracy, hello. How are you? Good, Kai. I saw that you had a success on your loom that I have not been able to replicate yet with no threading goofs. Congratulations. Hi, Garden Always. And Alice, is this your first time? I don't recognize your name. And hi, Jody. Karen, seriously? Karen got 4 inches of snow last night. Elizabeth's got snow. I don't remember where you are, Elizabeth. Are you in Idaho? I can't remember. Hello, Cindy. I missed you guys last week, but I was just sitting on my buns, and I'm not kidding. I remember where you are, Karen. I've been right past where you live. Well, welcome, Alice. Hi, Billy and Chris, Carrie. Now, how do I say that? Libalula? Please, someone help me. Do you go by a nickname? I don't mind saying Libalula, or however I should be saying it. Clarksgiving was fun. Oh, Fort Wayne. You got snow in Fort Wayne, too? Boo. That's south of me. Oh, and Alice is from Oregon. All right. I'm sorry, Carrie. Hi, Jennifer. I hope you're okay, too. We're great. Thanks, Kathy. I kind of messed up the right hand. Don't look at it. Oh, bless you, Jody. Jody said, I'm jealous. I want snow. I don't know what to say about that. Hi, Steph. How are you? Well, Karen, when I have been past, I didn't know you. I haven't been past in quite a few years. I think it was like, gosh, the last time I visited my sister was, I don't know, before I met John. So, a really long, 20 years. Western Minnesota has had 2 days of snow. Last weekend I mowed and bagged my lawn. I know. Libelula. Libby. Let's do Libby. Thank you. I'm sorry. Libelula? Was that right? Oh, Kai's weaving towels. I love it. That's a lot of work. He's using the loop and pile technique on the rigid heddle loom. It goes slow at first, but I'll tell you, if you practice, it speeds up. Hi, Lisa. Lisa said can't stay long, wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you. Kelly's from South Texas. I bet you, lucky. No snow there. No snow in southern Arizona. Ashley. Aaron said, so excited I was able to catch the live chat today. I've missed you all so much. I know, I'm sorry, you guys. This is going to get a lot less, like, formal in 2022, and I don't know the word, like, simpler or easier to do. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited. Elizabeth B said she's spinning and improving every day. Oh, gosh. Jody said, I moved back home to the family Christmas tree farm. There is nothing more gorgeous than waking up and seeing all the trees under a blanket of snow. Abir, hello. How are you? It's late there, right? Like 10 o'clock? Is that right? You guys know me. Me and my time zones. I can't get them. Steph's making Santa doorstops. How fun is that? Garden always said we had snow spitting at us for a while yesterday. Nothing stuck yet. Hey, Kay. Nothing really stuck here yet either. Like, we had snow in the morning and then it melted all and now it's snowing a little again. Hoskins is in Florida. Oh, cleaning out my mother's stuff. Can't wait to get back to my loom in Connecticut. I'm sorry that what you're doing, that's really hard. Stephanie is also from Oregon. Oh, cranking some socks. Thank you, Kai. Okay. So I pressed John's tartan scarf, and I have to tell you, it looks 10 times better after it fully dried and was pressed. I mean, it looks so good. I'm feeling like I look like I knew what I was doing. I don't know what to say. It's true, though. Candy G is way up north, and it says we got 3 inches last night. My son said Saginaw, Michigan was supposed to get snow this weekend. We have gotten snow, but nothing's sticking. Because Saginaw, honey, is Saginaw north of us at all?
Barely.
He said barely. Oh, Hoskins said my mother's stuff is full of treasures. So fun. Lots of needlecraft books. Oh, I'm sorry, Steph. Michelle said felt like snow in the air last night, but no snow. Tanya's about to start summer. I wish Australia or New Zealand would take me, because then I could go back and forth. But I think they're a little choosy who comes in. They're going to be like, sorry, just like wool and fiber arts or whatever. Wool and fiber arts, WAFA. Abir said, come on, you know what you're doing. I didn't really. I never feel like I do. Maybe that's me. Hi, Sadie. Jody said I should have looked out my window. Oh, knitting Christmas stockings. I'm sorry, I just missed that. Oh, wow. Elizabeth said, I'm weaving on my rigid heddle. New to me, my weaving looks a bit wavy. What might I be doing wrong, or will it block out? It might block out. It might kind of like wash out and straighten out when you wash it. It's probably because your warp isn't like perfectly evenly tensioned. Tanya, that's great. So what happens is, as it pulls a little more or a little less, my experience has been that it pretty much evens out. Okay, Kim Dross said, did WAFA give you a reason? They said no. In the rejection letter, it does say that I should like market more on my Facebook, but I don't know if that's what it says to everybody. So I don't know if that's the reason, or if that's something that everyone gets in their rejection. Or maybe I'm the only one who gets a rejection. I'm joking, of course. It's fine. I feel like I didn't really have enough time. Oh, a beer. I do feel like a little bit like you understand me. Is that weird? Maybe a little. Oh wow, Mary pulled more than 10 pounds of prepped roving and top out of the closet. Goodness. Oh, Sadie's on a second fingerless mitt. That means you're like, you've beat the, what do you call it? Yeah, Carrie, but part of Carrie said market, that's what the WAFA shop is for. Part of the requirements is that you use your own business page as like marketing, and I guess I don't do it exactly. Our page is for community, so I don't really do marketing there. I mean, I show stuff I make sometimes, but I'm not trying to be like, buy this, So if I'm not a good fit for them, that's okay. Like, everybody can't be for everybody. You know what I mean? And so it's fine. And plus, I was concerned, this is what's funny. Okay, I was worried about time a little bit, and I was talking myself out of it, and I'm like, is this really because you're worried about time, or is it because you just talk yourself out of doing things you're afraid to do? You give yourself excuses. So I was like, you know what? You're just going to apply. And if you don't make it, then the universe doesn't want that for you, and it's okay. So that's what I did, and I feel fine. That was a lot of story, but that is it. Candy said, I rarely get the second mitt, which is so sad. It is a little. Oh, Carrie, don't. Someone already made me cry this morning with a comment. Don't get me going. Mandy, hi, how are you? Snowy Ohio. John just came back from Ohio yesterday. Did you guys have snow?
Northern Ohio.
Oh, he said Northern Ohio did. Thanks, Carrie. It's fine. It's all good. And think of it this way, I was brave enough to apply, which I was trying to talk myself out of doing. So it's sort of a win. I know it's sad. Not really. Mm. Wow, really? Jody's already selling Christmas trees. That's right. Sadie said, good for you. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Otherwise, you'll always be thinking, did I make the right decision? I think that's the truth. Do you usually cry, Carrie? My gosh. Yes. Okay, so you guys asked about Clark's Giving. It was great. We painted ornaments after, which was fun. It was good. Hello, Connie's from Alabama. Is this your first time, Connie? You said finally managed to make it. I love it. And also, is everyone in the Facebook group? And I'm not trying to like bug you to get in it, but I'm trying to gauge how many of us here maybe aren't um in the on Facebook at all. Me too, Carrie. Carrie said, "Yeah, lately, yes, I'm a soft, weepy soul. I get more weepy around the holidays." Tanya said, "Did you eat too much?" I didn't do terribly, but I did have 2 little pieces of pie, and I haven't been eating sugar at really hardly at all, so I felt kind of weird. Oh, Candy said that. Oh, it went too fast. Candy said the milled rambouillet was different from her hand processed. Yes, so. And Kai is working on a video full of bloopers. He just told me, and that's a spoiler for you. Okay, so some yes, some no. Okay. I'm fearing that Facebook, as this whole thing keeps going, with what has gone on with them before and now they're rebranding, I'm a little afraid of what's happening. So I'm trying to figure out how many people are like totally not on Facebook. You know what I mean? See, there's a good amount. I don't know if I can. Oh, Aaron. Well, there will be another option that doesn't collect your data, as far as I know. Later, it's coming. That's what's the whole solution to everything. I'm just trying to make sure I do the right. It's hard to know. It's okay, Kim. You can lurk if you want. Maybe someday you'll want to participate. But if not, that's okay. See, Chris is concerned as well. Exactly. See, all right, you guys are really. Oh, Kathy, I will do that right now. I was going to do it in the group too, but you're right, I should do it here. So if you are in the Facebook group, there has been some updates to groups, and it changed all the notifications to highlights only. So if you feel strongly and you want to make sure you get everything, like I get everything because I want to see it all, but not as soon as I want to sometimes, it's weird. But you have to go change your notifications if you want to see everything. Hello, Melanie. And AD, I'm not sure what your name is, but I'll just call you AD. Oh, Connie said, I love the Facebook group. I think you meant love. Y'all have helped me grow as a fiber artist so much. That is wonderful. Excuse me. Steph said, glad your Thanksgiving went well. Hubby is working Christmas Day for the first time this year, so we're celebrating on Christmas Eve. That's still really fun, right? Mm. Yes, Aaron, that's part of it. Tracy said, I don't love Facebook, but this group is amazing, so I stay with it. Aww. Carrie said, Trish, we know that no matter what, you do your best to do the right thing, and I appreciate that. I am trying. It's kind of hard to, like, make it so everybody, has the access they want. Kim said, I have a dyeing question. Can you use too much dye? You can. I've done it before. One thing that you can do if you do that and you can't get it to exhaust is you can throw more bare roving in with it, and that'll like soak up the rest. Karen said, then a door closes. Look for the ones that open as a result. Always a balanced reaction. I do think that's a really good way to look at it, Karen. Everyone can't be right. Like, you know, everyone that watches the videos doesn't subscribe. I'm not for everybody. That is like such a statement. I could embroider it on a pillow. I am definitely not. Chris T said, growing up, we celebrated on Christmas Eve. So we're going to, for actual Thanksgiving Day, we've always kind of liked doing nothing. But we are going to go to like a brunch. This year we found a place that was going to do a buffet. Margarita said, we get to go to the Cowboy game on Thanksgiving. I'm so excited. I've never been to a professional game. Oh my gosh, that is exciting. That's going to be a big one too. I saw that, a beer. I saw that you introduced yourself. Oh, Carrie, don't make me cry. Stop it. Mel's here. Minnesota in the house. Minnesota was already in the house. Right. Mary said, unfortunately, Instagram is also a Facebook entity with the same practices. Yeah. Candy asked about throwing more vinegar or citric acid to exhaust too, or is it usually because you have too much dye? Sometimes I do that. Okay, so let me tell you the things I'll do. Yes, I will add some extra acid sometimes, especially if I'm kind of not sure. And then I will heat it longer sometimes because different dyes take different lengths of time to exhaust. I'll let them cool completely and see if that does it, because sometimes during the temperature change and the length of time it all exhausts. So there's a lot of things you can do, but you can also throw some extra wool in if you're like in a hurry and you're like, I just need to get this soaked up. I love it. Kai asked, how do you like your Harrisville loom? I really like it. I just ordered more heddles for it. One person said, have you heard of Discord? I've heard of it, and I did look at it, but we're going to add the option to have a different level of interaction than Discord. I don't know. I think it fits better, but I did look at it. No problem, Valerie. And I still haven't gotten back to you via email, but I will do it tomorrow, I promise. Bye, Sadie. Sadie said, love and hugs to you all and stay positive and kind. With kisses. Oh no. Are you guys talking about your Thanksgiving be a drama crap shoe? Ours is really chill. Sorry, John's tapping. What are you tapping in?
Your lazy Kate.
He's putting my lazy Kate. That means my wheel's all together?
Yeah.
I still haven't knitted anything.
I'm gonna let you put the leather on it.
Okay, thank you. Candy said, I wish all the colors exhausted like yellow tends to. Yes, yellow is like bam. Nutty Nitty Sister said, I use a slow cooker to dye yarn and roving. Steph said, yes, Christmas should still be nice early, and I'll just cuddle the kitty Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Boxing Day is really better anyway. Just, you take them all down on Boxing Day? I always used to do that. My ex-husband's birthday is December 28th, so I would always make sure I just got everything put away so that he didn't feel like he had to share his birthday with Christmas. So it was like, it was a big thing. Oh, Carrie, I'm so sorry. I don't understand. I really don't. Kim just ordered a sock knitting machine. There is another person here who has one. A CSM, right? Hello, Kat. Oh, Carrie, good. She said if I can't talk that day, Dan will stand up for me. What in the world? I'm sorry that you even have to do that. Erin said, Carrie, that's what I have going on too. I'm so over it and I just want to hide this year. Well, come over. We're going out for buffet. Karen said, I'm putting my tree and decorating early this year. I'm tree cutting in next few days. Just got house cleaned. I need it. I was cleaning while John was on his trip. Oh, right, Stephanie. I was like, I just saw it. Stephanie has one. And Karen has one. We could have Clarksmiths. We should. We're actually going to do Clarksmiths this year. We've never done it before. But I was like, this Thanksgiving thing works so well. Maybe we should like all get them all together early for Christmas too. So I think we're going to. We just didn't pick a date yet. Julie said she loves the Facebook group. Candy does Christmas Eve with family here, and all the kids are December birthdays. Ugh. So I swore no one would ever get shorted, and never birthday gifts and Christmas paper either. Yeah. I mean, especially when you're little kids, you just really don't want them to feel cheated. Oh, Steph said I asked the tribe about making a roving Christmas garland for the staircase, and I've decided to do it, but use the roving as stuffing and cover it with fabric. I would love to see that. Aaron said, heck yeah, buffet. It's a nice restaurant, too, so I think it'll be good. It's somewhere we've never gone, because that's how nice it is. I'm looking forward to going there. It's really pretty. It's on, is that a lake or a river? Muskegon Lake. It's on Muskegon Lake. Bye, Kai. Gosh, what's for lunch? I want to know. Rhonda said my kid's birthday is December 11th. They like the tree up. Oh, I just realized yesterday that Thanksgiving is next week. It snuck up on me. It happens. I understand. Crystal said I'm trying to skip Christmas altogether. I've been trying to talk John into like going on a cruise or something for years. Karen said a few years ago I made a spun garland, but spun in real twigs of fir, like the fir tree. I am loving that idea. Karen, post a picture on the Facebook group, would you please? Hello, Kimberly. Look at you guys. Carrie said my birthday's 1/2, and I've never had a problem with Christmas because people hit the... I bet. Our granddaughter's birthday is New Year's Eve. In fact, when she was born, we did a crazy drive in a snowstorm to go see her. Oh, Kimberly's husband got a deer. Randy said, one of my other groups moved to MeWe instead. Not sure how much better of an option it is, but throwing that out there in case it hasn't been considered yet. I wouldn't say it hasn't been considered, but I kind of figured not everybody was there yet. Oh my gosh, a beer. We give all the kids cash. We just give the little kids presents, so it's pretty easy. And usually I ask them, like, do you still want cash? And they always say yes. Yes, Kimberly, you need to take a break. Hello, Dawn. Dawn, did you and Lana ever sell a wheel between the two of you? Kim said, I'm staying home and going to spend the day by myself for the holidays. Parents are stressful, and I'd rather be home with my yarn. Oh, I see. You didn't take a picture, though, Karen? She said it's not alive anymore. Lori said, I wish I could do Christmas without presents in my family, but my sister would not allow it. I just have one. Kathy asked how many grandchildren. We just have one granddaughter. She's 13, right? She'll be 14 this year. Oh, I lied. We just gained one. He just reminded me. Our son, I can't believe I forgot us. Our son got married in January.
Yes.
And then we had the party in May. And his wife had a son who's 8. So we have a bonus grandson. He was here for Clarksgiving. Okay, Dawn did sell her nano. Oh, Tanya. She said, our country is trying to go cash-free. It's so annoying. You poor thing. We've only done it once. Melanie said processing deer is exhausting. We've only done it once, right?
I've done it more than that.
Oh, he's done it without me. He had a whole life before me. I don't know where I'll put it, but here. You guys.
The treadles are loose.
Oh, Lordy. What do I do? Look, it's done. Okay, can I give it back to you? Because I don't know where to go with it.
I didn't realize you were going to take it.
Thank you.
Watch the drawing wheel.
Melanie's here. It's all right. Thank you, Abe. I know. It was brand new. It was still wrapped in the plastic. Candy said I have 7 grandkids. Youngest is 3. Oldest is 21. Oh, Melanie got to test out her mother-in-law's Shocked Matchless today. Did you love it? Oh, they love it. It's been, he is such a keeper, Rhonda. You don't even know. I missed him so much on that trip, and then I didn't want to say anything. So at the end, he was like, I'm like, I missed you, but I didn't want to be a baby about it. Last year, he snuck home early. They hunt every year for a week. Julie said, yay, John, Dorset down in Bath, starting my south down spin, Dorset horn socks, almost on my feet. Those socks are so pretty, Julie. Are those a natural dye, or did you dye them with acid dyes? Jennifer said, all our grandchildren get money. The baby one will be bought gifts. Oh. Well, and also, well, maybe I shouldn't say, but they did tell us that they're trying to have another baby. Melanie loved it. She said it's like driving a Ferrari. I was messing around with mine today because it's got like a little click in it, and I think that I figured it out, so we'll work on it later. That's okay, Erin. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm going to knit. I'm going to knit. A beer, that is the minstrel that I bought 150 years ago. Not really. Months ago. And it's been in the closet in the box this whole time. And I was like an hour before I was coming live. I'm like, I'm just going to put this together. And John was like, yes, that's the Kromsky. John was like, would you like me to help you? So, okay, natural walnut and 2 acid dyes, ochre and cranberry. Okay. I haven't even started spinning my south down yet, but that's because I had to film it and dye it and all that stuff, you know. Oh, Steph, see, I can't wait to start spinning on it now. It's a little sad because I can't really squeeze it in, but we'll do it later. I got so much spinning going right now. Oh, Danielle. Danielle said I found my nitty knotty, so now applying more Shetland. That's good. I might, Steph. I don't know. Steph asked, hang on, wait a minute. I think I have got a, no, I'm fine. If I'm going to get the jumbo, because it's so good for art yarn. I have a jumbo flyer on my, I will do that, Chris. I have a jumbo flyer on my Ashford Traveler that I use for that, so I probably won't. We'll see how it goes. Garden always said, is there any such thing as sock yarn that is wool-free? Is Tofootsie's wool-free? Does anybody know? It might be. Do they still even make Tofootsies? I think it might be wool-free. That was my sister's favorite. Kimberly said, I'm going to spin Romney mohair blend given to me at my class yesterday by another classmate. It's so pretty. Ooh. Oh, Lori, do you mean this is that cape? She said your sweater's really coming along. It's getting big, isn't it? Melanie's spinning the first braid I ever bought the day I learned to spin. It's so fancy. 60 BFL 40 silk. That's really nice. Karen, do you have any red Christmas sock roving planned for the shop? Do you want some? Just red or red and green? I did do some Christmas ones, but they actually sold. Well, Carrie got the last one. Okay, Carrie hates Tofootsies. Why do you hate it? Because it's splitty. Rhonda said, isn't there a bamboo sock yarn? There could very well be. I don't know. Oh, Jody said, over the summer, I knit a pair of socks that was 100% bamboo. I would be surprised if there wasn't one, because it would be nice for socks. I don't know how well it would wear, but it would be nice for, like, breathing. Oh, okay. Deborah Johnson said, I'm knitting the Hermione everyday sock today with Doobie yarn. I don't know what Doobie yarn is. Mary said, I can go look. I have a bunch of toe footsies. Yeah, come back and tell us. Melanie, I've made socks with bamboo. I just missed. Oh, Steph, I missed the tip, but I'll go back and read it. She's got one about squeaks, and I'll come back and read it. Elizabeth asked, I have the Traveler 2. Can you get a jumbo if it's a double drive? I do have a double drive. I think I got a woolly winder though. Excuse me. Erin said, I haven't had time to work on anything lately. I'm sorry, but this week I'm going to make the time to work on something. Might just do a small and quick crochet project. Yeah, Carrie said, I have the Christmas braid, and then about the toe footsies. Yes, splitty and hurts my hands. I've heard so many people say that it's splitty. Oh! Okay, Chris, thank you. Thank you for helping me. Carrie said panda cotton, bamboo, cotton, and elastic. You know what? Does Cascade might make one too. That's cotton and elastic. Oh, no, a beer. A beer said, I finished spinning the Phoenix. I'm so glad. Do you love it? I haven't even dared to touch mine yet. I've been too busy too, though. And she said, it's too beautiful for any project. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think you really need elastic with cotton, though, or it won't hold shape, just like Carrie's saying. It'll, like, stretch out. Oh, Blue Moon Fiber Arts makes a cotton fingering weight. Someone just got annoyed with me. Bye, Steph. Kai, what was for lunch? I need to know. I think we're having pizza for dinner, but I do have the turkey carcass cooking right now to make soup. So if it's done, we might have soup. That's true. Abir said Cascade makes everything. Mary said I bought a bunch of toe footsies in a closed store stash sale. I made a pair of socks. They never seemed to soften. I thought maybe I'd use it for weaving. My sister loved it. So I would buy it and make her socks with it. Okay, Kim said, oh goodness, I have a question for everyone. I love that. How much time do you put aside to craft daily or weekly? Either I'm super slow at my projects or I'm not putting in enough time. Everyone seems to crank out goodies. Mel said, remember how I was saying my foot goes numb? Well, on the Matchless, my feet fit so much better. Is it a double treadle? It probably is. Most people have a double. Kat said, just had to tell my husband to stop talking to me because it's Trish time. Yeah, Kat, how rude. I'm working on a cute little elf cardi and matching hat for my 6-week-old nephew for Christmas. Share a picture. I need to see that. Mandy said ribbing can help. That's probably true. Oh, you went too fast. You guys went too fast. Pasta and fried eggs. And ice cream. Goodness. Dawn said cozy toes from Yarn Bee. Mary said I have a few small balls of corn fiber sock yarn, and then it went away. It's too fast for me. Melanie said I scored at Nashford Traditional Wheel in perfect condition today for 500 South African Rand, about $25. I feel rich, never mind the fact that I already had the same wheel. Doesn't matter. If you love it, doesn't matter. Elizabeth said I never stop crafting because if I stop, I feel guilty about cleaning. Not gonna happen. Kelly says 3 to 4 hours a day. I mean, it's my job now. Really. So at least 8 hours a day, and I'm not exaggerating. Like today, I easily spent 8 hours spinning and prepping and doing some stuff. Crystal carries her stuff with her. When I have to wait to pick my son up, I have plenty of time. I used to do that in the lines all the time, and I think Erin does it too, right? Lori said I work with fiber all the time, every day, but I'm retired. Oh, sorry. And my kids are grown and live away, so I can do it when I want. Same, Lori. Yarn Barn is having their 50th birthday sale. I gotta go look at the weaving yarns. Abir said, Kim, I spin, knit, and crochet every day. Sometimes housework and people come second. Something's got to go, right? KJ said, I always announce I have a hot date at 2, then everyone wants to visit. That's funny. Mel said, I just left the kitchen full of people because I couldn't hear you. Mm. Dawn said, Premier wool-free sock yarn. Also, I have not tried that. Oh, Monique. She said, I'm knitting socks out of Regia. That is 25 polyamide. I cannot say that word. 37% cotton and 38% new wool. I love Regia sock yarns. I love them. Teresa said, I do most of my crafting on weekends. Too tired during the week. Melanie said, I missed it. Gosh, you guys are quick. What yarn do you use for a warp most often for hand towels? I use the same for warp and weft. I like the 8-2 cotton from Great Northern Weaving. They're kind of low on colors. And this is why I shouldn't share what my favorites are. So, Karen said Premier is surprisingly decent. Some people can't manage wool or want it. Yeah, right. I haven't tried it. I think I might need to now. Aaron said, yep, I knit and crochet in the school pickup line. I used to too, all the time. I'd show up like 40 minutes early because it was ridiculous at our kids' school. Carrie said, plus my office and fiber space are in the same room so I can craft and watch my work queue. How awesome. Mary said, I try to make a point of knitting every evening. Used to go to the doctor monthly. Always had a pair of socks on the needles for a waiting room project. Julie, I can't wait. Julie said, I'm in love with the South Down. I'm so excited. Garden always said, I found Tofutsis at Southways Trading Company website. Read, why would there be 2.5% chitin? It's supposed to be antimicrobial. And it's made from, I think it's like crustacean shells or some weird thing, right? Isn't it? Yeah, it's supposed to make your feet not stink. Abir said, that's funny. My husband just asked who I was talking to, and I told him the FLD tribe. You guys, isn't it neat? It's such a cool thing. Kimberly said, we commute an hour each way. Mike drives, I knit or crochet. Oh, that's such a nice use of the time. I also spin during TV time with him. Michelle said, I craft most every day, but consider myself to be slow too. It's really, hi Bex, it's really not about how much you produce either. If you're enjoying the time, like I think of it as like kind of like meditation time or fun time, which is just good for you, period. Making things is good for you. So I don't just think about how much I produce. Like I just think that I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Jody said I knit whenever I can too. I used to bring knitting to like football games and just everything. I never felt bad about it. Oh, 1 forest green and 2 red, bright, slightly variegated, saturated. I think we can make that work. So you're saying 3 braids or like one, 1 to 2 balance? Brenda said I went to a spin-in last weekend. There were a few vendors. I did my part to support them. How fun. I would love to do that. Lori said I like to spin after my husband goes to bed and the house is so quiet and the dog is snoring. So it's like me time for you then. Rhonda gets grumpy. See, this is what I'm saying. It's good for my soul. I get grumpy, she said, if I don't do something crafty every day. Deborah said 6 to 8 hours a day, but she is also retired. I agree. Tanya said TV time is craft time. For me, it is. Except for sometimes I want to watch things with subtitles. I got you, Karen. 3 braids, 12 ounces, hat, sock, gloves. Okay. All right. I can do that. Sure, I take commissions now. We were lucky. Vivian, I don't think, is here, but we were lucky this week because she. Oh, okay. Julie said shrimp, she thinks. Um, she contacted me and she was like, "Hey, I bought a braid from you and I really need another one." And I was like, "I think there's one at the shop where they sell my stuff." Because I did two and broke them up and put one in my shop and one in theirs, and it was still there, so I was lucky. Oh, Carrie. Carrie said, "Rhonda, I can't see you grumpy." Abir said, "Working on my projects is good for my mental health. I had to take a break for the last few days because of pain in my right hand, and I was losing what some laughingly refer to as my mind." I do get afraid of losing eyesight or getting like arthritis and struggling to craft. It's something that's like a real fear for me. Lori said, "I can't watch subtitle TV and knit or crochet because I still need to look at my work. Some projects I can, but I save it for the treadmill because it'll make me do it. I've been on the treadmill again recently." So Elizabeth said, "I was knitting socks at the cross country awards banquet 2 weeks ago, then ran into someone in the doctor's office the next day, recognized me because I was knitting the same sock. So they were watching your socks." Leah said, "I homeschool my kids. That is so much work. Hats off to you. So I work on different things during math and reading times or when we go outside and in the evenings. I'm a new lurker here and have been binge watching your videos." Welcome. Daniel said, "My yarn time is recommended by my counselor. It's either craft for some meditation or go up on my antidepressants." So bye, Margarita. So I honestly do sometimes actually turn on like guided. No, Lori, I watch stuff with subtitles on the treadmill. I turn on guided meditation and I knit while I'm like listening, and I really do think I go into like a more meditative state, if that makes sense. Karen said, "I put something on that I know well, so run it over and over and I can listen and see images in my head." Company. I used to do that when I cleaned my closet. I had a habit. I always watched The Jerk. You know The Jerk? With Steve Martin? Oh, Erin said, "My mom can't crochet right now and it's heartbreaking because she loves it. She helped teach me when I was young, hoping it's just, is she having pain? Hoping it's just temporary though." Kim said, "I can only crochet while on the treadmill. Before COVID, when I was going to the gym, I loved when people asked questions." I could knit on the treadmill. I've never really thought about it. Beck said, "I knit during school as a fidget just in my lap so it doesn't distract anyone and it helps with focus." So have you asked like do you check with teachers? I never really know. Oh, Danielle said mindful meditation audio. Is that like an app? Tell me about it. Oh, Carrie, you do? Carrie said, "If I'm home alone, I put on Trisha's playlist." I love that. Then we're hanging out. I really do want to do a retreat. I just can't find the right place. I keep trying and trying. Michelle said, "I used to put on Shrek when cooking dinner." Isn't it funny how certain things, they just work? Mel said, "I always take a project for work trips. It's either fiber arts or murder, so you know I'm making the smart choice." Hey, Chris. Knitting Bandit. "Hello from Northern Ireland. I'm knitting Erin Rye socks as shorties by Tin Can Knits. Brilliant pattern. Hello. Kindest regards. Kisses." It doesn't, Carrie. You're funny, though. When John and I met, I sang him the Thermos song, and I think that's the day he fell in love with me. Not the first day we met, but early on. Hello, Michelle. The topic is all over the place. We're crafting. Let's see. Garden always said, "I listen to binaural beats." Well, I don't know what that is either. Retreat, yes, I would love that. There's Vivian. True crime podcast. Don't you love it? I love them. Danielle said, "Usually YouTube videos or Calm app." Okay, I'll look. I've also heard of an app called Reverie, but haven't tried it yet. Mm-hmm. Deck Cat says, I had to translate your name in my head. I can't knit with subtitles either, but if I'm sat watching TV, my hands are itching to grab something to do. That's why I get on the treadmill. It's a good motivation too. Oh, you're too fast today. Um, I missed that. Bex is processing a fleece? I missed it. Lori said, have you listened to my favorite murder? Karen asked, what's the best way to message me? Okay. I think I'm the best on Facebook. I try to keep up with Instagram, but I don't, for some reason, get all my notifications with Instagram. I don't really understand that. So I'm slower for sure. And sometimes I just straight up don't see them for a while. I don't know why. Um oh, Vivian, don't look at my right hand. I messed my nails up. Chris said I'm preparing a warp for my floor loom, 226 ends for towels. This is the part I don't really like about weaving. I'm so with you. You do, Julie? Okay, Oxbow. I want to look at it, but the last time I looked, it didn't look like they were doing that. But that would be amazing, wouldn't it? I wonder if I can afford Oxbow. Oh, goodness. Wouldn't Oxbow be amazing? So you guys don't probably know what that is, but it's like a, I don't, how would you describe it? It's kind of like an adult art camp. Right? Isn't that how you would describe it? Abir said my favorite murder is the best. Lord, I don't know if I, you guys, I don't know if I heard either one of those. I don't remember the names because I go through so many. Margaret's dyeing some South down. Ooh, Glenda, I just took off my Heddle loom. My very first project, I was going to be Christmas dish towels, but my daughter said she would love a table runner. How sweet. 9 feet long. Dang. That was nice of you, Glenda. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Okay, so Beck said either Texel or Suffolk. She's not sure as I was giving them off. Someone whose dad is a sheep farmer for meat. I might be messing this up. Is it Disa or Disa? I bring a basket of whips to work. Does anyone else say whips in their head? Or do you say it out loud? At home, I bring out the carders and wheel after the toddler goes down. Okay, Lori, I have listened to that one. When you say that the women who do the podcast are hysterical, then I know. I love Bailey Sarian. I love Bailey Sarian. I wish I had her skills, but she's hilarious. I love it when she's saying something that the criminals did that's really stupid and she's laughing and then she's like, I know I shouldn't laugh because it's serious, but like you can't help but laugh at the stupid things they do. Sarah said knitting crocheting is actually a perfectly reasonable fidget accommodation for people with ADHD and autism. I'm surprised to see that someone's professor got mad about that because I would have thought that it was more accepted now. Kimberly said questions about wheel issue. My what's AT is suddenly clicking at the footman as they pass one another. Then periodically the end of my whirl bobbin assembly jumps off the back upright. What kind of wheel do you have? Oh my gosh. Kim said, how's everyone feel about a make along? Dissa. Thank you. I will try my very best to get it right from now on. Sometimes you have to tell me twice, but usually not more than twice. Oh my gosh, I just heard a noise upstairs. Abir said, by the way, Trish, did you know World of Wool sells samples of all the fiber they sell? Yes. And I have bought some, but I generally buy bigger quantities than the samples. Sorry, I'm just reading. Okay, so Aaron said the killers from In Cold Blood are buried in the cemetery right down the road from my house. My gosh. It's also a Pokemon ghost stuff. That's so weird. Right. Julie, you're right, 100%. Right now, there are two that I'd like to check out that are in kind of in your general vicinity, Julie. The other one is in Fenville, I think. Karen said knitting uses right and left brain. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cough. Sorry, and keep spine sharp. Few things to do left and right. Yeah. Okay, so Julie said art camp belongs to Chicago Institute of Arts. Yep, it's like summer camp for adults. Right, Ashford traditional. I don't have a traditional. Have you contacted Ashford yet? Oh gosh, a beer. Anytime. And I will be honest, with warp stuff, I still feel like I just don't have it all together. Like Chris recommended something to me that I still don't even know how I could do it. And then I have questions for someone who really knows what they're doing. And maybe it's Chris, I don't know. Chris T said, what is your opinion in the Stephen Avery situation? I guess I don't know what that is. Kimberly said, I'm wondering if drive band is over twisted. Would that make it jump off the back maiden? It's a double drive? Candy said, there used to be a shirt out in Wisconsin that said, Wisconsin, you're among friends, Dahmer Geen. Is that where Ed Gein was? Oh, good, Mary. That's very helpful. Mary said, if you're on Instagram, Ashford is very responsive to private messages. Good for you. Just cut it off. It's okay. Warping is like its own skill to learn that is like the biggest part, I think, of weaving. So once you really master it and you feel good about it, first of all, something new will happen. But also, you'll really have basically pretty much mastered weaving. Oh, you're among fiends. I miss that. Not friends. Oh, goodness. I don't know, Karen. I think that's a little bit of the problem. Okay, so single drive. Karen said, how many people would you think would be at a retreat? I want to make sure it's not too crowded. Everybody has the space that they need and feels comfortable, can relax a little, all that stuff. So I'm not really sure. It would depend on where it goes. You know what I mean? So double drive setup single, do you mean it's a convertible one? So it can do either? I would definitely message Ashford on Instagram. Because also about the noise with your footman, is your treadle hitting the footman? Can you treadle it and have someone listen to exactly where the noise is coming from? I think that's important. It is. Carrie said I trashed half a hand-spun sock today because I was hating it. Life is too short to force things to work. I feel like I will throw something in the trash because this is supposed to be for fun. Okay, Julie said, oh yeah, I know those folks in Fenville, but I don't know if they have lodging. O to H, we have lots of lodging and pot shops. O to H, what is that? I don't know what that is. Well, it was Hop and Vine is what I was looking at, I think. Carrie said, as long as I have a chair to curl up, that's enough space for me. I'll even sleep there. Vivian said, I want to get my sectional warp beam off and put on a back apron. I feel like I have a lot of waste on my loom with the sectional warp beam. I have not tried one. I know, Glenda, I'm putting it together for you right after we finish today, actually. They're all set for me to get packed for tomorrow. I got orders. Chris said warping can be hard, but you're right. That is usually the tricky part because of tension mainly, but the tedious slaying the reed and threading the heddles. Rigid heddle looms are easier. I agree. Let me tell you the problem that I have. Even when I wound that warp on the warping mill, and I did it again for this 10-yard towel, that was a mistake. This 10-yard towel warp. While I am cranking it on, I still get threads that are like loose, and I have to comb through more. It seems like I have to comb through to straighten them out before I wind on more than normal people. Like I'm doing something wrong. But maybe people just don't show that. Candy said, I don't trash much, but I have whips that I go through at the end of each year. And if I look and tell myself, nope, I'll never finish that and don't like it anymore, I'll rip it out. Sometimes I do rip them out and just like try to use the yarn for something else. Just kind of depends. Kat said, so true. I found an old yarn stash today and threw out 2 single socks and 1 single glove. I clearly wasn't enjoying any of them. Life is definitely too short. I agree. Plus, it's just string. So if you want to just rip it out, it's fine. Lori said I was making an Afghan for my sister and it was too wide. And when I was frogging it, the yarn snagged and I threw it away. Girl, good for you. I like it. Vivian said they don't show it. Is that true, really? Or are you just trying to make me feel better? Because if that was true, I would be like, I watched, oh, thank God, Chris. I watched, Barbara Elkins is like my go-to. And I watched her do this warp. She wound it on a warping board. And I swear to you, when she was cranking this warp on, she's like, then you just smooth it with your thumbs a little. And it was like, there was no loops the whole time. It was so annoying. And I was like, I'm not doing this right. Carrie said, on the other hand, the tension on my first towel warp is totally wonky, but I'm charging ahead anyhow. Sometimes you can fix some things. It just kind of depends. Oh, I got you. Of course. On the other hand, I knew that. Candy said, trashing for me, I think it depends what was used for the item. If it's stuff I didn't pay much for, then I might toss it because it's not worth my time to undo it. I don't know why I keep feeling like, yeah, expensive string. It can be. Oh, Tanya's got 10 minutes apiece. It's Monday morning where Tanya is. Ellen said, I think they don't show it. Thank goodness. Lori said, your thoughts on sock blanks. I would like to try dyeing them. I love them. They're so fun. I did them last Christmas in the sock yarn dyeing. I freaking love it. Chris said, Trish, if that makes you feel better, that's how I feel when I watch you warp your rigid heddle loom. I'm telling you, that thing, it's easy. I feel like I got that. Kelly said, love sock blanks. What a surprise. That's what I like about them. It's like weird. It shouldn't be such a surprise how they come out, but it always is, and it's fun. Kat said, Lori M, I bought a Centro so I could crank my own blanks to dye. Can't wait to have a play. I do have a machine that I use to do my own blanks too. Well, I was gonna film it and show you guys once, but they're kind of hard to find, so I decided that it wasn't fair to show something that is hard to get. Monica said, if my warp starts to go wonky, ooh, this might be good. I go to my husband's stash of stuff in the junk box in the garage and fish out an S-hook and washers. I do that too. I weight the string from the back of the loom. I do that. And then I also have these rubber clothespins that I bought for laundry or something. And they have a little hook on the bottom. And you can pinch them, like pinch the thread you need more weight on. And then I can add a little like Ziploc bag full of washers. And I just keep those right in my weaving. Michelle says I use an AliExpress for blanks. do you knit round ones or do you go back and forth? I think that's the part. Yes, Rhonda said Knit Picks has sock blanks. You can buy them. You can buy them at quite a few places. Melanie just dyed one. They were a surprise. I thought I wasn't going to like it. I know, isn't that fun? Ellen said, do you not get some loose threads on the rigid heddle loom sometimes? I don't anymore. When I use the warping bar, I don't get them. Because the tension is like even before I even wind it on. But before that I did. And I still had like, I just wound a big warp onto my floor loom, and one of the strings had a big knot that I didn't see. I don't know how I didn't see it, but it had a big knot. And so when I undid the knot, I had this loose loop. So I didn't have to weight it because when I found it was right at the beginning. So I just like pulled that through and then anchored it and wove a bunch until it was anchored in. But if I was further in the warp, I would have just weighted it. A beer said, just wondering if we can do another live dye. I think so. I think let's do it on Facebook though. I was kind of thinking a week from Friday. Kat said Centro circular knitting machine. Okay, so that's like an AliExpress. Got it for about 30 pounds on Amazon, maybe $35. That's about right. 33 to 35 probably. It's a kid's toy, but it's sturdy. Okay, Lori Murphy asked, what are sock blanks? So first, I would say go watch that video. But it's like a knitted piece of sock yarn in a big rectangle usually, but some people do them in a tube. So you lay it out and dye it, and then you unravel it while you knit, and then you can buy them where they're doubled, and so the socks will match exactly, or you can just buy one that's like whatever, 400 yards or whatever. Okay, Karen said I was gone with dogs for a moment. Maybe duplicate hint. Those circular sock machines with coupon are cheap, make nice blanks. Okay, Karen, I did ask this question because there was another hint, but do you then do it in a circle or do you do it where you go and then you come back? Is there a break? How does that work? Margaret said, what is the Facebook group name? I keep intending to join. I think it's Fiber. It's Fiber Love Diary and Fiber Tribe. I figured people would search for both of those. So if you search for that in the groups. Bye, Elizabeth. Okay, Lori said I thought they were socks made in undyed yarn and you can dye them. No, they're like a big rectangle. It's really fun. I used to do them more than 10 years ago. I would put like a word for that person in. Sometimes I would put a sassy little saying dyed into it, but then when you unravel them and knit them, you can't see it, but it makes a really cool design. Mel said, whoa, this is the first time I've spun with silk and BFL. Holy long staple length, Batman. Silk is supposed to have a long staple length. Okay, Michelle does them round. Karen said I'm talking about the Addy. I do in round and make 2 lengths. Slips one in the... Oh! Holy cow. So you slip one inside the other one. Thanks for blowing my mind. I never thought of that. No kidding. I've never thought of it. Candy said crocheting your finished yarn and then dyeing it can be fun and interesting too. I bet that would be fun. I spun one of those. Remember those fleeces that I got from the mill? I've got one completely done and spun. That's right. Randy said to Mel, I had a BFL silk I spun not too long ago and I loved it so much. The sheen after finishing on both fibers is so beautiful. Kat said, Karen, you win the internet today. Awesome tip. Thank you. I can't believe I've never thought of that. I've never even, because I do the flat ones. I have a flat knitting machine. And it's called a Knit King. Maybe someday I will show you guys because it is pretty neat. But anyway, it's from like the 40s. Maybe the early 50s. And I do rectangles, but even then, I've never even thought about just laying them on top of each other because then they would still come out pretty much the same. Now that you've won the internet, what are you going to do with it? Oh, Carrie's spinning BFL silk right now. I just finished some. It is 3 p.m. where I am. It's 8 p.m. in Ireland. Oh, bye, Vivian. I hope you get to do some fun nails anyway. Connie said, I just finished spinning some undyed wool. Do I need to wet finish before dyeing? I consider the dyeing to be a wet finish. I mean, you're going to heat it, you're going to soak it, all that stuff, but if you feel like you need to. Abir said, personally, I buy all my sock yarn from the Queen of Canadian Dyers. Turtle Pearl Yarns. That sounds familiar. I probably followed them. Dissa said, well, now all I want to do is grab some weight skeins, put them through my knitting machine, and then dye them. So this is why we have these little talks. Candy said, is yours like 3 feet long? I think you're asking about my machine. Yes. Michelle said, I use 2 threads as I crank out the sock blank as they're identical. Do you get resist problems? This is one of the things that stopped me from doing that. Excuse me. Deborah said, are all sock machines $1,000? I don't know. Oh, white skeins, right. Where Tanya is, it's 9 a.m. on Monday. Hello, Carol. There's a delay. In case you're wondering why I'm so slow, there's a delay by the time I see things. That's not the right way to say it. There's a delay, and then you see a delay. Oh, so confusing. Me too, Mel. Don't you learn a lot? I learn so much. I swear I learn way more from you guys than you ever learned from me. Like, Chris is helping me with the warping. I'm finding out that everybody has the same problems. Oh, good. Margaret found it. Valerie is spinning the PF Merino camel hair. I wanted to start it today, but I've got to finish my south down first. Chris said, here's a weird question. I bought dyed locks. They are beautiful, but I CVM and I can feel lanolin. Should I scour these locks? It depends on what you want to do with them. Maybe. How do you feel about it? I don't like to feel lanolin in things that I'm spinning. I don't know why I'm like that, but I don't really like it. Danielle said I'll have to check her out. Shipping is so expensive, so I try to buy mostly local Canadian. It is, Danielle. Holy cow. It makes me sad. It makes me feel like the world's getting smaller. I mean, bigger instead of smaller. I don't know what I mean. What do I mean? Valerie said, I assume you have to be on Facebook to watch or join a group. I think you probably do. I think you probably have to be logged into your account. So yes, I'm so sorry. Valerie, do you think I should do it here? I don't know. Connie said, what does lanolin feel like? So sometimes it feels like a little tacky and sticky, and then other times it feels almost like a little oily, I guess. Carrie said she likes it. I think everyone has their own preferences, and that's okay. Oh, Randy, I'm sorry. I bet it'll show up. Oh, that makes me sad. Chris said waxy. Yeah, sometimes it feels a little waxy. I think when I say tacky, that's kind of what I mean. It's a little waxy. Candy said I've been using acrylic baby yarn for the shawlography. I call it my test shawl, and it's a bit scrappy, but then I'll know if I like it to use yeah. I'd love to know what people think about it. And somebody said something about what's my opinion about Stephen Avery, and then I missed it. What is that? I don't know what. Should I Google it? I do have my phone. Who's Stephen Avery? What happened? What'd he do? Oh, that's Stephen Avery. What happened? Okay, I'll have to read that. Candy probably knows about that. Candy, are you the one that asked? I don't know. I know, Kai, it's awful. It's awful. Kai said he ordered some 8-2 um some cotton and the shipping was as much as the yarn. It's awful. Oh, Mel, where is she? She could probably teach us a lot more. Yes, I knew who he was. I just needed to look him up. Okay, Michelle said not really resist issues. This was one of the things that's always kind of stopped me, is probably not the right word, but kind of gave me pause. Oh, nothing's happened. Okay. Oh gosh, I would have to watch it again. My opinion on him, it's so hard to know, isn't it? You kind of feel like, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, okay. So Abir said I just went back to acrylic. I haven't used it in forever, but I needed some washer dryer friendly yarn for a sweater I made for mom. That's probably a good idea. If I have to wash and dry something, it's not. Sometimes that's what I do. Oh, oh. Script Goddess is trying to fix a loom. It did, Chris. You know, we could do a whole nother channel on true crime, I swear. Except for Bailey Sarian's already doing that. And it's so funny because she's talked about it before, not minding that other people are doing it because she had a lot of success with it, but I kind of mind for her. Like, she's like, I don't really mind, but I'm like, you should not be doing that. Randy said, I'll post my shawlography in the group when I finish it so everyone can see how odd it looks. I overdyed one of the colors to kind of blend it, but it's some odd colors. I would like to see it. Julie is done with hers, I think. Yeah, I can't believe the cousin thing actually makes me sad a little bit. Oh goodness. What is his name? Brandon? I can't remember. I that's I think the thing that I have the biggest amount of questions about, because it just seems like that can't be right. But I don't know. I don't know. The slain woman's boyfriend was totally sketch. I mean, they didn't find much actual evidence either. Margaret said my shawlography is 3 shades of gray, lime green, and pink. Oh, I'd like to see that. Are you done? Dissa said, haha, I love Bailey. If I'm not listening to a book while crafting, then it's her, you, or fascinating horror. I love her. I just, she's funny. And the stories, there's something about the way that she tells a story, I guess. Candy said I'm not a huge fan of the shawlography and didn't complete all the rows before moving on. I'll have to show mine too. I would like to see it. Crystal said, have you ever spun a braid where half behaves and the other half just goes crazy and won't cooperate? I don't think so. Are you spinning one like that right now? Did you just finish one? What's the story? Carrie said there's a podcast I can't listen to called Lore about historical medical practices. Now, why are you grossed out? Margaret said it's done. When I get on the Facebook group, I'll post a picture. I'd love to see it. Erin said, hi all, my first time on. Do you always chain ply your sock yarns? No, I don't. I do everything. Good night, a beer. Oh, goodness. Go to bed. When, a week from Friday, the live where we die, we'll do a different time. Oh my goodness, you're quick again. A good missing persons podcast is The Vanished. I have listened to The Vanished. They covered my childhood friend that's been missing for 31 years, Casey A. Perry. Gosh, I don't remember it specifically because it's been a few years, but yeah. Carrie said can't handle gore and gruesome stuff. Yeah. I understand. Cindy's halfway through the brioche section. It's interesting to me because I've seen some where I thought were really pretty and then others where I'm like, okay, I think it might be a yarn choice thing. Buy a beer. I hope you sleep well. Okay, Elizabeth said, under what circumstances do you chain ply? All right. So if I want a 3-ply and it's a solid color, I'll probably chain ply because then I don't have to separate the 3 plies. I can just spin the whole single and then ply it. If I have something with color changes and I want bimel and I want to preserve the stripes, I'll chain ply it for that. I'm trying to think what otherwise I might 2-ply. Sometimes I do a 2-ply sock yarn. I don't think it has to be 3. And then also I might do a traditional 3-ply if I want like barber poling in the colors. So a lot of it depends on the color because it's going to be different. Kat said, I'm really glad I didn't join shawlography. I'm not loving the finished items that I'm seeing, except for a local lady called Tribe Yarns who just did a black and white. It's a bit too barmy for me, to be honest. Ugh. You know, they're challenging. Oh. Karen said, I love murder mysteries and fictional murder shows, but not the real stuff. Real crime, I get too stressed and emotional, empathetic. I get that. It's kind of funny because when it's real stuff and I get emotional, my son used to say to me, just tell yourself that it's not real, it's not real. And so that will make me less stressed. I don't know how to explain it. So interesting, isn't it? Fall colors. Are you all done, Kelly? Connie said, I just got my EEW6, so I'm finally going to be able to do 3-ply. The Nano just couldn't handle it. Are you leaving, Chris? Bye, Chris. Candy said, yeah. I chain ply mostly when I want my spun colors to stay in the order I put them in. That's what I'm trying to say. Carrie said, I sometimes feel like Stephen West has a bag with stitch patterns in it and just pulls them out at random when designing. That would be interesting though, right? I mean, I kind of did that time when I spun the, how are you feeling, Lisa? I spun that, Paradise blend. I can't remember what it was. And I rolled a dice to decide how many treadles before I changed colors. That turned out really cool. Bye, Cat. Oh, Margaret's ready to rinse or dye. We only got a few more minutes anyways, but Lisa's been sick, so I thought I'd see. Oh, I'm so glad you're better. She's going to come and dye at my house. Dye wool, I mean. Kelly said, I didn't like my self-imposed stress to finish in October, so I probably won't do another knit along. So it's done. Connie said, I haven't been able to master 3-ply yet. Is it easier on a spindle or wheel? I think it's easier on a wheel. But, you know, one of the things, there's lots of ways to do it, but one of the things you might want to try is running it, each one between your fingers to help you control the tension a little. Candy said he usually has 3 or more patterns he's designed waiting in the wings to release. He also said they are usually fairly easy to do, that they look complicated but aren't. Randy said the only section I didn't like in the finish shawl is the I-cord loops. I think they look like weird wormy things. So if I make another shawlography, I will remove that section for sure. There you go. Bye, Tanya. It's good to see you guys. Exactly. I'm always afraid the YouTube algorithm isn't going to understand me. Who understands me? Nobody. Crystal said, okay, honestly, this half the braid needs to take a long walk. What is the problem that you're having? Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, yes. Neighbor coming to sit outside by fire with spiked hot chocolate. Is it with peppermint schnapps? Because that's my favorite. Bye, Kai. You guys are leaving. Do you think we should shorten to 60 minutes? I appreciate how many of you guys stay for 60 whole minutes. That's amazing. Danielle said filled one whole bobbin and the baby's awake. Nice chats all. Have a great week. Bye, Danielle. Someone braided the I-cord loops. I bet that was interesting. Candy said I think it's easier to 3-ply on a wheel too. True 3-ply, but chain ply isn't that bad. Okay. Interesting. There you go. There you go, Kimberly. You see, you have other stuff you can do while you wait for Ashford to get back with you. If you're able to make a little video like with your phone. Oh, okay, Lori. All right. Okay, just checking. Because a lot of people don't make it for the whole thing, you know. Yeah, okay, so Julie's almost done. And how do you feel about it, Julie? Aaron said, have you tried hot chocolate with tequila rose? I haven't, but I might have to try it. I have a friend who's like, that's one of her favorites, tequila rose. I can't drink it straight, but maybe I could in hot chocolate. Candy said, I bet I couldn't keep up with and complete a make 9 for the year. Dawn said no. You guys are funny. Okay, Kathy hasn't started yet. Well, that's all right. Working on my shawlography strip section. Wasn't going to do stripes, but after seeing others, it works. I've been drinking like some sugar-free hot chocolate lately. See, that's the problem is I'm not having sugar. I'm excited to see them. They're fascinating because the different yarn choices just make all the difference in the finished. I guess that's a lot of the times with his designs. That's true, Dawn. Dawn said this way there's more time for the people to pop in and out. There you go. Julie has a good suggestion. Some braids are true worsted top. Try spinning the top around and see if it drafts better. That could be it. Oh, Connie, you're not really missing much though. I've never really been liked it, but I think in hot chocolate I might. But if I add the peppermint schnapps to hot chocolate, I have to like lower the sugar. Oh, Lori. I have to lower the sugar because it's too sweet. Okay, Rhonda said I've been drinking Bigelow orange spice tea. That's probably nice for fall, huh? Mary said, speaking of I-cord, has anybody done an I-cord join? Is that such a thing? I've not tried that. I've like done the a knitted join before. Randy said I really do like the stripe section. It pulls in all the colors, which is a really cool finish. I'm about halfway through now. Oh my gosh, 9 crafts? Karen said, same here, Trish, and some things are better given up than using artificial. Some are very good. I love chocolate. Chocolate's been tough to find something that's good. Lily's isn't bad. Like the Lily's little Chocolate chips, they're not bad. But the bars are hit and miss. You probably know that already. Oh, Lori drinks ginger tea for stomach issues. I usually drink peppermint tea. That's what this is. It's peppermint tea. Jennifer said, same here. I only miss if we finish tea late. I look forward to it too. I really do. I'll tell you. If I'm not having a good Sunday morning, I always have a good Sunday afternoon. Kim said, okay, so I was hoping to turn my sock blank into socks, just inserting toes and heels. You can do that. Oh, you're blank. No. I don't think so, Kim. Well, are you talking about from a crank machine? Because you can do it from a, not the Addy machines, but like a CSM. You can just insert toes and heels. I used to do that on a regular knitting machine. Cindy said, I'm thinking of trying to make the stripes thinner. I think it might work with the first part of the shawl. Mary has 4 panels I want to join. Is it? Peppermint is bad for GERD. I did not know that. Don't cry. I have a strict policy that no one cries alone if I'm around. So if you cry, then I'll cry. I can already feel it. Dang it. Ugh. What's a ginger chewy? Oh my goodness. Okay. You guys have so much interesting stuff today. Dawn found an interesting knitting book at Ollie's. It's Knitting from the Center Out by Daniel Uhas. I don't know. An introduction to revolutionary knitting with 28. I'm going to have to look. We have an Ollie's. Candy said if it's a tubed sock blank, you can. I mean, you can, but if you do it like on an Addy machine, it's going to be too loose. Melody's making 2 at a time. Toe up. If it is one of those crank machines like the CSM, you can just add heel. And what I did back when I did it was I'd add a waist yarn where I wanted the heel to be, and then I'd pick it out and put an afterthought heel in, and basically do the same thing with the toe, but you don't need I guess you should use a waist yarn. So yes. Lori Murphy asks, what's the average amount of yarn for socks? I like to buy 400 yards, but I don't usually use it all. Even if it's a tall sock for John, like I'll still have a little bit left over, but I really like 400 yards. Chris, did you ever post it in the group? Because I'd love to see it. Chris said she finished the hydrangea, the Perindale. I gotta dye some more of that. Did you like spinning it? Tell me everything. Rhonda said, Mary, I haven't seen an I-cord join for that purpose, so that doesn't mean it couldn't be done. That's actually spot on, because you could do it. I think so, Candy. Randy said I have to go plant my Pride of Barbados. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look it up. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm okay. Mary's going to try it. I like it. Go for it. Oh, the Centro one. Woo. Well, it sounds interesting to look at. We get up there, we do try to get down to Ollie's once in a while. I don't know why, but it's one of those places I like to look around, especially during Christmas time. Beck said, 2 at a time, toe up with an afterthought heel is the only way I finish a pair of socks. It's a family joke that I'll gift you 2 finished but different socks. Really? I like an afterthought heel, but I like to make them deeper. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, Kimberly said I use 400 for socks. So yeah, she likes 400 as well. I'm gonna have to look that up. It's like a overstock store. Do you have Big Lots? It's kind of like Big Lots used to be. Big Lots has gotten fancy, but I love Big Lots too. Their Christmas stuff this year is just the cutest, cutest stuff. Big Lots. I had to make John take me out of it because I was like, I'm gonna go crazy in here. We gotta go. All right, I messed up. There we go. Yeah, or like it is like TJ Maxx kind of used to be. Although Ollie's has everything and TJ Maxx doesn't have quite the same like variety of. It's just more warehousey. Oh gosh, Aaron said, Dawn, it looks so interesting. You got a great deal. Amazon has it for $20. Well, it isn't like Big Lots is now anyways. Big Lots is different now. It's definitely more upscale, fancy. I mean, still not fancy, but oh, it's time. Guys, I really need to go spin him a new wheel. So I think I need to go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cutting it right at the moment, but I'm excited. We have a Big Lot still. We were just there like 2 weeks ago. TK Maxx in Ireland. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry. I'm glad you were here, Dissa. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys. You guys are the best. Well, new. It's been in the closet for like months. John put it together for me at the beginning. Bye, Karen. Thank you. She said, thanks for providing this place for us all to make friends and chat. Hug. I know, Chris, but I don't have space because the setup that I did is too close to me. I didn't do it with thinking that I'd be able to spin, and so now I'd have to move everything around and make you all seasick like I did that one time. Remember that one time I made you all seasick? All right. I'll see you guys. It's a minstrel, a Kromsky minstrel. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. I will be back on Tuesday with video, and then Friday is Southdown, and then next weekend. So it's going to be a busy week. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.